Every morning before sunrise, 12-year-old Ayan walked through the quiet streets toward a small roadside diner. The city was just waking up, shop shutters still half closed, air cool and dusty. He never carried school books, only hope. He came not as a customer, but as a boy searching for breakfast he could not afford. Ayan lived in a broken tin-roof house at the edge of town with his ill mother. His father had passed away 2 years earlier, leaving unpaid bills and silence behind. Some nights they slept hungry. Still, his mother forced a smile and told him, "Education will feed you one day." But empty stomachs rarely listen to dreams. The diner was owned by an elderly couple, Uncle Karim and his wife, Shazia. The first day Ayan stood outside, he only watched customers eat. He never asked for food. He simply inhaled the aroma of parathas and tea. Shazia noticed the boy pretending not to be hungry. She quietly packed a plate and stepped outside. "Beta, I cooked too much today," she said gently. Ayan hesitated. Pride battled hunger. "Take it before it gets cold." That lie became a daily tradition. Every day she claimed she had extra food. Every day Ayan believed her kindness, though deep inside he understood. In return, he swept the floor, wiped tables, and washed cups before school. They never asked him to work. He simply wanted to deserve the meal. Weeks turned into months. Ayan's clothes were worn but always clean. After eating, he rushed to government school. He loved mathematics and often studied at night under a streetlight because electricity in his home failed frequently. One rainy afternoon, he arrived soaked and shivering. Karim immediately gave him a towel and warm tea. "You should rest today," Karim insisted. "I have an exam tomorrow," Ayan replied with determination. The old man smiled. The boy reminded him of his own son who had moved abroad and never returned. Despite poverty, Ayan never begged. When customers offered coins, he politely refused. "I'm not a beggar, I'm a student," he would say. The couple admired his dignity. Secretly, Shazia packed extra food for his mother each evening. Life continued quietly, until one afternoon a black luxury car stopped outside the diner. The entire street noticed. Expensive cars never entered that neighborhood. A tall, well-dressed businessman stepped out, Mr. Raheel Hassan, a well-known millionaire entrepreneur traveling through the area after a factory visit. He entered simply looking for tea. Inside, every table was occupied except one where Ayan sat doing homework after finishing chores. Seeing the crowded diner, Ayan quickly stood up. "Sir, please take my seat," he said respectfully. Raheel observed him, a thin boy with patched clothes but confident eyes. "And where will you sit?" the millionaire asked. "I'm used to standing," Ayan replied with a small smile. Raheel accepted the seat. While waiting, he noticed Ayan solving complex math problems in an old notebook. Curious, he leaned over. "Which grade?" "7th." Raheel looked again. The equations were far beyond that level. "Who teaches you this?" "I learn from library books and the internet cafe sometimes when I can." The businessman was impressed. Then something unexpected happened. A customer complained loudly to Karim about slow service. Before Karim could respond, Ayan stepped forward and politely calmed the man, offered water, and organized the waiting orders like a small manager. Within minutes, the tension disappeared. Raheel watched everything silently. After finishing tea, he asked the owners, "Is he your son?" Shazia smiled sadly. "No, just a child God sends to us every morning." They told him the truth, the hunger, the sick mother, the studying under streetlight, the boy refusing charity. Raheel stepped outside where Ayan was preparing to leave for school. "Walk with me," he said. On the sidewalk, he handed Ayan a business card. "Come to this address tomorrow evening with your mother." Ayan grew nervous. "Sir, did I do something wrong?" Raheel smiled. "You did everything right." The next evening, Ayan and his mother visited the address, a massive office building. Security guards welcomed them respectfully. Inside, Raheel greeted them personally. He had arranged a medical checkup for his mother and paid for her treatment. But that wasn't all. "I grew up poor," Raheel explained. "Someone helped me once. Today I saw myself in you." He offered Ayan a full educational scholarship, school, books, uniforms, and later university sponsorship. In addition, he funded the diner's renovation as gratitude to the couple who protected the boy's dignity instead of making him beg. Shazia cried. Kareem held Ayan proudly like a grandfather. Years passed. The small diner became a clean, popular cafe named Hope Corner, a framed photo of young Ayan studying at a table hung near the counter. Ayan excelled academically, eventually studying engineering at a top university. He never forgot where he came from. During vacations, he returned to the diner, still helping clean tables despite now wearing a college uniform. One day, nearly 10 years later, a new luxury car stopped outside the cafe. A well-dressed young man stepped out, confident, smiling. It was Ayan. He had graduated with honors and secured a high-level job at Rahil's company, but he came for another reason. He gathered Kareem, Shazia, and the neighborhood children. I used to eat here because I was hungry, he said softly. Today I open a free evening learning center for every child who cannot afford education. He had rented the building next door and equipped it with books and computers. Tears filled Shazia's eyes. You were always meant for something big, Beta. Ayan shook his head gently. No, I was meant for kindness. You just fed me before the world did. The boy who once waited for leftover food was now feeding futures. And every morning before going to work, Ayan still sat at the same corner table,